Hey, it's TDA. In case you missed it, the developers of Dyson Sphere Program teased a massive new update for January 20, and it looks to be exciting, as it includes a few things that players have asked for a long time. Now, the teaser only confirms a few items, but also leaves a lot of questions. This is a quick summary of what's confirmed and my predictions on what the teasers might mean. Now, let's start out with an confirmed awesome addition to the game: blueprints for Dyson Spheres. Now, I think this is an extremely exciting thing to add to the game because there are a lot of creative players out there that have created amazing Dyson Spheres, but they didn't really have any way to share them, other than of course posting some screenshots. Now, for those of us that are not as creatively gifted, it was sometimes hard to create something that looks good. Now it will be as simple as a few clicks and you can reproduce them in your own game. Another really exciting addition to the upcoming patch are advanced miners. A huge complaint in the late game is that placing miners becomes a real chore. It's not really uncommon to have to place like 50 to 100 miners on a single planet, and that gets tedious fast. Now, an advanced miner could go a long way to fixing that. But however, so far upgraded buildings have simply been faster versions of the basic ones. For miners, that won't really solve anything because, of course, you still have to place a lot of them. That said, the developers did not call these buildings Mark II miners, but they called them advanced miners. That might mean we're actually getting an entirely new building, not simply an upgraded version. We don't really know exactly yet what an advanced miner will do, but I am hoping that it will have a larger coverage area than the basic version. That would reduce the amount of miners you have to place, and that makes the late game a lot less tedious. Now, in order for that to be really efficient, the miner would also have to have multiple outgoing belts. As late game, it's pretty easy to completely supply even a Mark III belt with one simple basic miner, so let's hope we will get several outputs as well. Another new building that's going to be added in the game is the Proliferator. Now, what is a Proliferator? Your guess is as good as mine, because we haven't heard anything about this building before. The name does give us a hint, because proliferating means something like abundant growth. In other words, it suggests that the building will be helping us to make more of something. Now, this is where the predictions get really wild, because what will it actually be making? One explanation could be that it is referring to the building that is already in the game under a different name, which is used for the accelerant items. It speeds up production, so it sort of fits the name, but if this is the case, it's strange that the earlier implementation in the game has a different name. Of course, the developers do have a history of slightly wonky translations, so it's not impossible, but it seems to be a different building altogether. Now, another explanation could be that this will somehow grow new resource crystals. That would definitely be in line with the name, and it could be really exciting, as that would allow you to replenish planets, or even set up completely new mining operations on planets that possibly didn't even have resources that you wanted over there. Another prediction could be that it will actually allow you to replant things like trees and flowers on your world. You end up destroying a lot of them when you initially build things, so it could be interesting, especially if it would allow you to cross different biomes on the same planet. But let's wait and see. Now, there's a few more things coming in the update. It has been confirmed that there will be data optimization, which is great in a game that tends to melt your CPU once you start building large Dyson spheres. Now, especially for players that don't have top-end systems, this will be a way to extend the end game a bit more before you reach the point where you're starting to look at a slideshow. Now, finally, we will also get mecha customization. What that exactly means is a bit unclear, because we already have some customization options in terms of the colors, but perhaps new models will be added, more colors, or something else. Slightly optimistic prediction for this could be that they will actually allow us to research further upgrades to add new functionalities to our mecha, like drones that fetch items for your inventory, or extensions to, for example, your building range. Now, I have to admit that is a little bit of wishful thinking on my part, but the patch is called the Icarus Evolution, and well, we can hope, right? Now, I will of course be exploring these new additions when they come out, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and hit the bell to be notified on new uploads. And last but not least, let me know in the comments what your predictions and hopes for this update are, and I will catch you in the next one.